Stop scrolling, especially if you're over 60. What I'm about to tell you could literally save your life. There's a common fruit you've probably eaten your whole life, but now it could be raising your risk of a stroke, silently overnight. No pain, no warning. You go to bed feeling fine and wake up unable to speak, move, or even stand. I know that sounds shocking, but I'm a brain doctor, and I've seen this happen more times than I can count. And it wasn't from junk food, smoking, or some freak accident. It was fruit. Yes, fruit. The same healthy snacks we've been told to eat more of can quietly turn dangerous as we get older. Why this matters. You see, after the age of 60, your body changes in ways most people don't talk about. Your kidneys slow down, your liver gets sluggish, your blood vessels stiffen, and your heart, along with your brain, becomes more vulnerable to sudden changes in blood pressure, blood sugar, and hydration. On top of that, many seniors are on medications that make their systems even more sensitive. Throw in nighttime dehydration, slower circulation, and reduced insulin sensitivity, and suddenly, even a simple piece of fruit can become a silent threat to your health. That's why I want to walk you through 6 common fruits that might be doing you more harm than good, especially if you eat them at the wrong time, in the wrong way, or without realizing the risks. And before you say, "Oh, it's just fruit, it can't be that bad," stick with me, because I'm going to share real stories of people who thought the same thing and ended up in the ER with a stroke.
Fruit number 1, bananas. Let's start with the banana. Soft, sweet, comforting, a breakfast staple for millions. But here's the truth. As bananas ripen, their starches break down into sugar. That's why overripe bananas taste so sweet. But that sweetness comes with a price. The glycemic index shoots up, meaning your blood sugar spikes faster. For someone under 30, no big deal. But if you're over 60, your insulin doesn't work like it used to. Your kidneys can't flush out potassium as efficiently, and your blood vessels don't handle sudden pressure spikes well. That's exactly what happened to Margaret, a 76-year-old retired librarian from Illinois. She loved her morning smoothie, packed with 2 ripe bananas. She thought she was starting her day healthy. Until one morning, she woke up dizzy, her speech slurred. Her husband rushed her to the ER diagnosis, a mild ischemic stroke. Her potassium was high. Her blood pressure had spiked. The doctors said her healthy breakfast habit contributed to the perfect storm inside her body. Margaret made one small change, eating smaller, greener bananas with water and a bit of protein first. Her energy improved. Her blood pressure stabilized. Lesson: bananas aren't bad, but overripe bananas, eaten on an empty stomach, especially in large amounts, can quietly push you toward a stroke. Fruit number 2, grapes. Next up, grapes. Tiny, sweet, refreshing, and sneaky. Grapes are loaded with natural sugars, especially the extra sweet varieties sold in grocery stores today. And because they're small, it's easy to eat a whole bowl without realizing it. For someone with slowed insulin response, those sugar spikes aren't harmless. They stress your heart. They inflame your blood vessels. Over time, this can lead to tiny clots forming, little ticking time bombs inside your arteries. That's exactly what happened to Evelyn Morris, 79, a retired music teacher from Colorado. She loved snacking on red grapes with her morning tea, sometimes 2 cups at a time. One morning, she noticed her hand trembling. Minutes later, she couldn't remember how to spell congratulations on her grandson's birthday card. Her daughter rushed her to the hospital. Diagnosis: a transient ischemic attack, a warning stroke. Her blood sugar had spiked, inflammation markers were high. Now, Evelyn still enjoys grapes, but in small handfuls paired with protein like almonds, and never on an empty stomach. Bottom line, grapes aren't the enemy, but handful after handful can quietly put your heart and brain at risk, especially if you're over 60. Fruit number 3, pineapple. Let's talk pineapple. Delicious, tropical, seemingly harmless, but pineapple packs a triple punch most people don't know about. First, it's high in sugar. Second, it contains bromelain, a natural enzyme that can thin your blood. Dangerous if you're on blood thinners or medications that affect clotting. Third, it's one of the most acidic fruits out there. For seniors, this acid can trigger silent nighttime reflux, sending tiny amounts of stomach acid into your airway, reducing oxygen to your brain while you sleep. That lack of oxygen has been linked directly to early morning strokes. Take Clara Hughes, 77, a retired choir director from North Carolina. Instead of dessert, she'd eat a few slices of pineapple after dinner. One morning, she woke up dizzy, couldn't walk straight. Her speech slurred. At the hospital, scans showed a posterior stroke, one affecting balance and memory. Her blood sugar was high, her platelet levels were off, and tests revealed nighttime oxygen drops likely caused by acid reflux. The culprit? A mix of sugar, acid, and bromelain, all from her favorite fruit. Tip? Enjoy pineapple earlier in the day, never before bed, and avoid it if you're on blood thinners, unless your doctor says otherwise. Fruit number 4, watermelon. Now, watermelon, the summer favorite, refreshing, juicy, 90% water. But here's the twist. Watermelon acts as a natural diuretic. That means it makes you lose water, which sounds harmless until you realize most seniors are already on water pills or blood pressure meds that do the same thing. Eat watermelon in the evening, you risk overnight dehydration. And when you're dehydrated, your blood thickens, moving slower through narrowed arteries, increasing clot risk. Just ask Howard Lynn, 82, a retired postal worker from Indiana. He loved his after-dinner slices of watermelon. One morning, he stood up, collapsed. At the hospital, low blood pressure, signs of dehydration, a small ischemic stroke likely caused by slow, thickened blood flow while he slept. Howard cut back on watermelon, ate it earlier in the day, and always paired it with a pinch of sea salt to help retain hydration. Takeaway: watermelon can hydrate, but it can also silently dehydrate you when eaten at the wrong time. Fruit number 5. Oranges or orange juice. Oranges, the classic vitamin C powerhouse. But here's what you probably didn't know. Oranges, and especially orange juice, contain a natural compound called furanocoumarin. It interferes with the enzymes in your liver that process common medications like statins, blood pressure meds, and blood thinners. That means your meds could suddenly hit harder, or stop working altogether. Albert Bryant, 79, a retired bus driver from Georgia, loved his fresh squeezed OJ every morning with his heart meds, until one morning, dizzy, lightheaded, then collapsed getting out of his recliner. The cause? His blood pressure meds had built up to dangerous levels, thanks to his daily orange juice. Rule of thumb? If you're on meds, skip the orange juice unless your doctor gives you the green light. If you want citrus flavor, a splash of lemon or lime in water is much safer. Fruit number 6, mango. Finally, mango. Sweet, juicy. Feels like a tropical treat, but mango is one of the highest sugar fruits in your grocery store. And worse, it contains mangiferin, a compound that can slow your liver's ability to clear medications. Just like grapefruit or oranges, mango can quietly tip your drug levels out of balance, without you feeling a thing. Until you do. William Booker, 83, a retired firefighter from Nevada, swapped cookies for dried mango slices every afternoon. He was on heart meds for atrial fibrillation. After a few weeks, he started waking up lightheaded. Then one morning, he collapsed. Stroke. His medication levels were off the charts, even though he hadn't changed his dose. The dried mango, concentrated sugar, and mangiferin had overloaded his system. Advice? Mango is fine in tiny amounts, paired with protein, but never on an empty stomach and never before bed. And definitely talk to your doctor if you're on meds. I know this might sound overwhelming, but this isn't about fear. It's about awareness. Fruit isn't the enemy. But after 60, even healthy habits deserve a second look, because your brain, your heart, your independence are too valuable to risk over something you thought was harmless. If this opened your eyes, hit like, subscribe, and comment "I'm aware" below. Let's protect your health together. You've made it this far with strength, wisdom, and resilience. Now's the time to eat smart and live even stronger.